Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Katrina and this is Cat and Moon Budgets. I finally found my cat and moon that my friend Tiff made for me. I'm not gonna get sidetracked too much, but I have not taken my medication today. So this is my budget binder now. Wanted it to be able to fit in my bag. Downsized it to my Disney cover that I had that was already the covers or the classic size. And then the little rings are like a heart. And these are just the ones that came with it. I do have like slightly bigger ones that I can throw on this, but I haven't done that yet. And I probably should. So today we are going to bust into paycheck breakdown because I am running a little behind. I worked doubles last weekend, trying to get in the hours while they were available because all that's available right now is extra PMs and I don't want to do extra PMs on my days off around school. So my last check I got was $2,054. That was completely unexpected. I was like thinking it was gonna be $1,700 max, not that much. So I really don't have that much to work with though when I explain this, because something happened yesterday that was like an escalation from the weekend that I have to kind of compensate for. But I got paid. Dakota gave me the money for his part, and that's not the full part, but it was a good chunk. So I got to sit and figure out like what his half is to get a better understanding of like how much is left for him. But towards rent I put $648, and that was just his portion, and then the last part of mine because I get paid before he did in January, so I'm kind of like ahead of him in that sense. And then the electric I put $79 towards it, so that way my next check it's not all coming out of there. The phone came out and that was $90. So then we have $10 for Class Dojo, and that's just for my son's school to be able to have like all the extra features to really see his day and for him to be able to customize some things. So that's why I pay for that. Microsoft is $8, and that's just for the computer programs that I need for school and everything. So it's Excel, PowerPoint, Word, and I just pay for it on a monthly basis because I really was not worried about not having it, and then when I'm not in school I can pause it if I need to, so that's just more customizable. Disney came out and that was $15. My YNAB subscription is $16, and to me that's totally worth the $16. I will prioritize that every single time because it's been helping me. Amazon Kids is for the kids tablet, and this is not like a forever expense, it's just until they get old enough to be able to handle a regular tablet, which so far has not happened because they still download anything and everything they can. Game Pass for the Xbox, for them to be able to play all those games, some of them for free, so that's $18, and that's again totally worth it because an Xbox game is like $60 now. Canvas 13 and vidIQ is 10, and those are for YouTube purposes and just for fun. So that came out to a total of $913, and then we're at $2,100 roughly. So then transportation is $80, and that was highballing because I knew I had my Quick Trip card still from Christmas, and so I did fill up yesterday with that, and it was like $25 I think that I put in there. I put $350 towards groceries. I have to calculate where I'm at with that yet, but I'm hoping that $700 for the month will be a good number for all of us. And it's mainly just to make sure like I can get more produce and like more wellness things to support my body in this healthier eating transition that I'm doing. And so I have to eat a lot more fruits and vegetables and less boxed garbage basically. Household, I put $80. I wasn't sure exactly what we would need for the house this time, so I'm just figuring that's a pretty good, decent amount that if we were to run out of the essentials, I could just restock them in one trip. Toiletries, I put 80. That's on the high end, but I did get my shampoo and conditioner. That's a little more expensive because the ingredients are so much cleaner and healthier for your hair, especially for mine when I get a lot of buildup accumulation in my hair. So that's why I kind of got that much, so I can kind of like pay myself back. Entertainment, I guessed about 100 before my little thing happened, so that will probably be changing. The kids, I portioned out 50. 14 of that is their allowance, and that's it. But I didn't know if they'd want to go do something or if they would need something like clothes, shoes, socks, underwear, that kind of thing. I put 30 into medical, and that's just for prescriptions and like over-the-counter medicines or vitamins. And then eating out, I estimated at 90, so that way I could plan like a stress-free couple of nights with school starting now for myself, that we could just like swing through a drive-through or just do a sit-down breakfast. So that leaves us with $1,281. And then I portioned this out like the day before I got paid when I had these amounts. I just didn't get to filming it because of my assignments that I had for school. But I planned on putting 300 in the emergency fund, and I did do that actually. So we're going to put 300 over here because I did do that. It just equaled out to like $100 more than my starting balance before my laptop thing happened. So, but I did reach my goal of $1,000 for January. So that was good that I put my emergency fund got to a total of 1,000. Car maintenance is 100. I believe I saved the 100, but then I spent 20. So I'm just going to allocate like an extra $20 and write down 120. And I will, I'm just going to explain why now. So over the weekend, my tire was just dropping air, like really bad all of a sudden. And I wasn't quite sure what was happening because I've had them where they like leak air or lose air, but not like leaking it as I'm driving. So I was at work for 16 hours, and the morning it would be okay. But then by the time I'm done, it was completely low enough to set off my sensor. And that sets it off when it's below 15 PSI. So that's like really bad. And I checked it had 11 in it. Okay, cool. Go home. Took me 10 different gas stations to find an air pump that worked that day. So I got it after work before I went home for the night. And then the same thing happened again. The tire went flat by morning. So I had to stop again in the morning, put air in it, and I was like not figuring out what the problem was because my tires were covered in snow. And I like tried digging the snow off and letting it melt, and it wasn't working. Well, then finally I changed my tire, put on the donut, called it a day. And I found a nail in my tire, like completely stuck in the tread. And I can put a picture like off to the side so you guys can see it because I took a picture. Yeah, it completely punctured. It was like all the way through. My dad took it out and it was like a good long needle, or yeah, good long stem on it. And it was bent and it was in there good. So yesterday it did it again after my dad fixed it. And I thought he did like a more permanent fix, but I guess he only did like a really short term, like just stuck a plug in it, hoping it would work kind of thing. So I paid $25 at Farm and Fleet yesterday just to have them permanently patch that hole so it can last me until I get new tires. Well, now I'm at 430 seconds of tread, which is like down to the wear bars because it's pretty much bald. And that's why like I don't have any grip on the ice very well. And it made so much sense now of why I got a nail in my tire, because with where it's at, it usually has like too many bumps to really stick in there with the snow. But so I have to put new tires on my priority list of things to do. So that's that. Back to school, I did put $25 before the tire fiasco. And then I did put 100 into birthdays, I believe. Clothes, I didn't put anything into. I didn't put anything into bed yet. in Christmas 2024. Those are the sinking funds that I have to start filling because Jackson's birthday is in March already. And so with his party being in March, I have to really get up the funds to reserve a party or like start paying for a party, but he really wants it at a place that's like a indoor like arcade. That's what the word I'm looking for is. It has arcade jumping machines and you get pizza and stuff with it. But I don't know if that's gonna be doable with the fact that I need tires before March, preferably. So I gotta try and wiggle the numbers and make sure that everything pans out the way that I want it to. And then something else I got to look into is the kitchen project that I had for but if you enjoyed today's video and my ranting, because I'm unmedicated right now, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I am working on being more consistent, so this video will be going out the day that I filmed it in the PMs because I want to be consistent. Wednesday is today already and I'm slacking. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you in the next video.